Pretty Financial. It's Monday morning here, almost 6 a.m. on January 13th, and we have a short but very, very important message to share with everyone. And you most likely have already heard what's happening in the news today. The pre-market is down, the stocks are collapsing, it's panic, it's fear, everything is awful. The world is coming to an end, right? So I'm here to say don't panic, don't FOMO, do not sell your winners, do not freak out, chill, relax, walk away, turn off your computer, ignore the noise, things will be fine. Um, Markets were oversold. It was due for a healthy pullback. Currently, stocks are crashing quite a bit. VU is down quite a bit, and other companies like Palantir are negative quite significantly. So we'll look at that in a second. But you don't sell if you don't lose. So definitely don't sell into these bear markets. You're already down these investments. Again, not financial advice, but ride it out, wait, buy the dip, deploy more capital when you see everything is beginning to settle and we move forward, right? We don't panic. The fear and greed index is down 26, close to extreme fear. Inflation is creeping back up. Price of gold and bonds and everything is it's all over the place. It's quite a bit of a mess out there. Uncertainty and fear is rampant right now across Wall Street. Let's just jump right in real quick and we will look at this real quick. So the fear and greed index, as you can see, is a 26. It's most likely going to open up into the extreme fear. That's January 13th, so current data here. This is really bad for day traders and swing traders and um, just the overall sentiment of the market, right? So you want to be aware of that. What is the current psychology and sentiment of the market? It's an extreme fear. It's basically there. It's touching it. And this is where you want to be careful. You want to check your emotions. Don't panic. Just calm, settle the nerves, get a cup of coffee, tea, whiskey, smoke, whatever you need, and and breathe. And you can see here the 7-year greed indicators for the 125 moving day average has come down. As you can see, this S&P 500 trillion right down into its moving average. So there will be a bounce back up. It may not be this week. It may be in a week or two to come. I personally think it's going to be in a few weeks. I'll give you the most important news now. I think we're going to see some sell off, some bearish news here the next few days. I think there's more pain to come before things get better, and then we should see a bit of a rally after Trump executive orders and the market shakes out a little bit beyond then. We have some incredibly important economic data coming out this week. Most important, I think, is the Wednesday news. We have this core inflation month over month. This is going to be the big one. 0.2% is the consensus. Where will it come in? Will it come in at 0.1 or 0.3? Could it be 0.19? So close to the 0.2%. We got to just keep an eye on this, and this is what the market will react to most, the month over month core inflation. And a few other very important ones year over year, of course, the inflation rate to CPI data as well. There's a bunch of very important data coming out this week along with the Fed's speaker. So be aware of that. Again, don't panic, don't stick your head in the sand. Just take a minute to listen to the market and see where are we heading? What are the signs? What are the signals, right? Where's everything pushing towards? Some economic data today on Monday and on Tuesday. I've selected the US only here because I don't really want to focus on the rest of the world yet, maybe later. But you can see some important data emerging today and tomorrow when the market opens. Let's jump right over to the VU, the index funds, right? As you can see, we're down in the pre-market by almost 1%. So pretty significant sell-off in the pre-market for the index funds for the VU. Um, Definitely something to be aware of, right? 529.6 all-time high up here of 560 not even a month ago on December the 6th. So since then, it's come down quite a bit. This is what we're looking for. Opportunities to buy in, opportunities to make our cash, get our cash involved. And as you can see this drop right here, this could be signifying a nice little buy zone here. I think there might be more room to go. Of course, there's always the option that we could go further. And there's a possibility that we see the VU kind of slide closer down towards this number here. So don't be surprised if it goes lower towards the lower 520s, possibly into the 510s, because you still have this 200-day moving average. You have a bunch of broken resistance, and again, no one knows the future, right? We're just speculating, of course, not financial advice, but I think there's more downward tailwinds before we see any sort of a 2025 rally and pump. Likewise, the SPY is down to about close to 1%, 575. This is the overall trend that we're seeing in the market is down with, a slight rally up here, but was preceded by, sorry about that, preceded by another increase. I wish it would just autofill and then down again. But one thing we can notice is we can sort of see this pattern right here. I can maybe just very crudely draw this. You can sort of see that pattern begin to emerge there. See that? Lower lows and lower highs typically signifies a bit of a bear market, a bit of a trend. That's how the market tends to move overall. And the QQQ, of course, is down to about 1.3%, more of a significant drop. And likewise, we can see the same pattern emerging here for the Q. Where will it hit? Is it going to bounce off of these, lines right here? This 200-day moving average, will it bounce off this perhaps? But again, be careful because market is currently falling like a knife. It really is. The VIX volatility index you can see is spiked up significantly. So this is one that most people will talk about. There is the December sell-off there where it spiked up really high. You can see that. It's not the best one right there. And then here we have this current push up, right? So this is what we're paying attention to, guys. The market is telling us something. And then we'll go over to the Mag 7 real quick. I'm going to keep this under 10 minutes, I promise. NVDA down 3%, was actually going to most of the pre-markets. 3.10%, the 130 range. So we're maybe seeing NVIDIA getting closer again to that 100-day moving average. Currently touching the 50-day moving average, and it is showing good downward pressure. Apple down from its all-time highs. I'm a big fan of Apple. I'm hoping it's going to consolidate in this range and find its resistance and maybe go sideways before it shows more upward trend. But Apple likewise is having significant pain right now. Again, down in the pre-market too. Amazon down. All your Mag 7 is looking like it's pretty much negative, apart from Meta. Of course, Mark Zuckerberg is currently gone red pilled, which is great to see. He's getting that red pill bounce. Tesla, our beloved Tesla, down as well, almost 3%. So yeah, there's a shift taking place here across the market as of Christmas. If you can tell, this was the common denominator here across stocks and the indexes, that Christmas Eve all-time high, and then subsequent past few weeks everything has been dropping significantly. You have several reasons, of course. End of year tax harvesting, people can't buy back the same stocks for 30 days because of a wash sale, I think it is, and people looking to hold their cash to deploy again in 2025 assets. So just be aware of these things. Hold your cash, don't panic, and wait for the right opportunity to invest for your goals. A few of the cheaper ones that we're watching, Sound is reversing quite a bit back into the 13 range, like I predicted. I'm calling that Sound will go back into this range. That's where I think it's going to go. It's got more room to drop, and I'm not buying this one yet. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I think it's going to be a great AI stock for the next year or two. I would like to get it when it's cheaper, and we'll see how that one transpires. I am in Black Sky. I was considering selling that off, but again, market's dropping, so I'm just going to hold my assets and deploy more cash when it's the right opportunity. I'm not going to sell any of these losses because what's the point? I'm holding these things for quite a while. SOFI is a very important one to look at real quick, and then we'll go to Palantir. SOFI is now officially into its $13 range. Potential to drop even further to the 12s. I hope not. I hope SoFi keeps going back up into the 14s, 15s, 16s. I think is where it belongs. But we have a gap to fill. We've got downward movement heading this way. So it's possible we see SoFi hitting its 100-day moving average. Um, if it breaks this $11 barrier, it may free fall back down into this range because we have this another resistance. Market tends to look for resistance, right? So be aware of these things. And then finally, we'll look at Palantir, and then we'll call it quits just over the 10-minute mark. Palantir is dropping like a free for all and is currently in $64 range, down almost 3.5%, 4% in the pre-market. So good opportunities here to buy Palantir when it gets lower and lower and lower. Just be aware of Palantir, it's skyrocketed up from arguably $30 but to all-time highs, but specifically $44 all the way to like $60 and then just kept pushing higher and higher. So Palantir, be aware of this stock. This stock is a fantastic company. Um, it's just killing it in all metrics. I would love to do a deeper dive into Palantir later when I get more time. But Palantir has the possibility, it's improbable, but possibility of dropping down into these ranges right here to these mid 40s because of this lack of resistance. It may bounce off of this 60, low 60s and hold, I hope, but we'll see where Palantir goes. And that's really it. We'll end it there. It's 11 minutes, and I appreciate you guys' time. Hope you have a wonderful day. And again, don't panic, don't get scared, don't sell. Hold your cash. I'm gonna make that bull hold cash and just wait for your right opportunity because you do not want to be caught panicking into these markets. So we all have a wonderful day and peace, and we'll see you soon. Bye.